Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Minjung Choi, a board-certified dermatologist practicing in South Korea. Have you ever looked at a tiny bump on your skin and wondered, is it acne or is it something else? You're not alone. It's one of the most common questions I hear in my clinic. Patients often tell me, Doctor, I thought it was just a pimple. They notice a tiny bump, they assume it's acne. They squeeze it, nothing happened. A few weeks later, it's still there, or even worse, now they're tan. So how do dermatologists know what it is? The answer is actually much simpler than most people think. We don't diagnose skin conditions by memorizing hundreds of digits. We look for patterns. Just like detectives solve mysteries by following clues, dermatologists do the same things. Every skin bump leaves clues. In this series, I'll show you how dermatologists identify the most common skin bumps, how to tell them apart, and when they actually need treatment. Today, we'll start with the 4 skin bumps people confuse most often. Let's get started. Whenever I examine a skin bump, I already look at 4 things: the color, the textures, the locations, and its behavior. Is it rough or smooth, soft or thin? Did it suddenly appear or has it slowly spread over time? Those 4 clues tell me almost everything I need to know. Once you run to look for them, you will never look at your skin the same way again. Is it a wart? Now let's talk about one of the most common skin bumps I see in my clinic, warts. Let's start with a quick quiz. Does it feel rough? Has it slowly spread? Have more bumps appeared nearby? If your answer is yes, there's a good chance it's a wart. I like to compare warts to seeds. One seed lands on the ground, then the winds carry more seeds. That's exactly how warts behave. You rarely wake up with 20 warts overnight. They spread quietly over time. The good news, the earlier you treat them, the easier they are to remove. Warts are caused by the human papillomavirus or HPV. Because they are caused by the virus, they are contagious. At first, you might notice just one tiny bump. They're usually skin-colored, light brown, or sometimes dark brown. The surface often feels slightly rough, almost like fine sandpaper. Over time, that single bumps may slowly become larger, and more bumps can appear nearby. That's one of the biggest clues. Unlike acne, warts don't usually stay alone. They spread. Most warts commonly appear on the exposed area, such as face, neck, and back of the hands. The virus spread through direct skin-to-skin contact. But here's something many people don't realize. Once HPV infects your skin, you can actually spread it to yourself. Every time you scratch, rub, or shave over it, you maybe carry the virus to the nearby skin. That's why patients often tell me, Doctor, I only had 1 last year. Why do I have 20 now? Not all warts look the same. On the face and neck, we commonly see flat warts. They are small, smooth, slightly raised bumps that develop on the surface of the skin. On the hands and feet, we usually see common warts, which are rougher and grow deeper into the skin. Because they are different, we treat them differently. Common warts on the hands and feet often need stronger treatment, such as cryotherapy or vancomycin injections. Flat warts on the face are much more superficial, so we usually remove them carefully with laser to minimize scarring. One last thing to remember, even after successful treatment, you can still develop new warts later because HPV is contagious. That's why I always tell my patients, don't wait until you have the 20. Treat them when you notice the first 1 or 2. Now let's compare that with the skin tags. People confuse warts and skin tags all the time. Here's the easiest way to remember them. A wart is like a tiny pebble glued to your skin. A skin tag is like a grape hanging from the stem. One sticks, one hangs. That's the biggest clue. Skin tags are usually soft. If you gently tug on one, you will notice it's soft, flexible, and stretches slightly. You will most often find them on the neck, under the arms, or in the groin. Unlike warts, they are not contagious. They're usually caused by frictions and become more common as we get older. So no, you can't catch a skin tag from someone else. And please, don't try to cut them off at home. I've treated many patients whose scars ended up looking much worse than the skin tag itself. Friction causes skin tags, virus causes warts. Another skin growth that worried many people is seborrheic keratosis, mostly because it's dark, but here's a clue. Imagine someone dripped melted candle wax onto your skin. That's exactly what it looks like. Dermatologists call this the Stockholm appearance. Here's a quick check. Brown or black, look like it's sitting on the top of the skin, get thicker over the ear, not contagious, then it's probably seborrheic keratosis. Most are completely harmless, but here's one exception. If dozens of new age spots suddenly appears over the short period of time, especially if they're itchy, don't ignore them. In rare cases, this may be associated with underlying internal cancer, particularly of the stomach or colon, so it's worth getting checked. Color alone doesn't tell us whether a skin lesion is dangerous. Patterns matter much more. For a mistake I see every day, don't assume every bump is acne. Don't try to remove skin tags yourself. Don't wait until one wart becomes 20. And don't trust Google image more than a proper diagnosis. Google compares photos, dermatologists compare patterns. That's a big difference. Every skin bump tells a story. Once you learn to recognize the clue, you will stop guessing and start understanding your skin. In part 2, we will explore one of the most confusing areas in dermatology, the tiny bumps around the eyes that almost everyone mistakes for acne. They may look almost identical on the surface, but under the skin they're completely different. And treating the wrong one the wrong way can leave permanent scars. Trust me, you will never look at those tiny bumps the same way again. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Dr. Minjung Choi, a board-certified dermatologist. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and come back for part 2. I will see you then.